So, French Open second round match just starting. Iga Swiatek v Emma Raducanu, and Iga Swiatek with the first service game of the match. So Iga Swiatek about to serve and start this one. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve. Just hits the net, so second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box, and Raducanu backhand turns left for a bit on it. Iga Swiatek backhand turns centre, and Raducanu shot, and Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to the right out, so love 15. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre, and Emma Raducanu with a forehand return struck to left, just hits the net, so 15-all. Iga Swiatek with a central serve just out, so second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre, and Emma Raducanu backhand turn to the right, but then Iga Swiatek strikes a bit of an angle forehand to the left, and it's a winner, so 30-15. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre. Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand return to the right, from Emma Raducanu, and then a forehand slice return from Iga Swiatek, and Emma Raducanu further forward strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner, so 30-all. Iga Swiatek with a central serve just hits the net, so second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre, just hits the net, so double fault, and 30-40, and a break point for Emma Raducanu. Iga Swiatek with a serve centre to wide, bit on that, Emma Raducanu returns it, but then Iga Swiatek further forward strikes a backhand to the right, and it's a winner to save break point. So still in this Iga Swiatek service game, the first game at the start of this one. Iga Swiatek with a serve wide, Emma Raducanu a bit on that return centre, and Iga Swiatek shot backhand slice Emma Raducanu. Then Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to left, bit on that, Emma Raducanu returns. But then Iga Swiatek further forward strikes a forehand to the left, and it's a winner. So a point for Iga Swiatek to potentially hold serve maybe at the start of this one. Iga Swiatek with a serve with a wide serve, just hits net, so second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box, Raducanu backhand return to centre, and then Iga Swiatek backhand to right, Raducanu backhand centre, and Iga Swiatek backhand to right. Raducanu strikes a backhand to left, and Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to right. Raducanu with a slice shot return, then Iga Swiatek strikes a forehand to left, but just out. So still on this Iga Swiatek service game. Iga Swiatek with a central serve just out, so second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a central serve, Raducanu backhand return central with a bit on it, but then Iga Swiatek forehand to left, Raducanu turns, and Iga Swiatek forehand to the right, and Raducanu backhand to left, and Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to left, bit on that, Raducanu with a lob shot return to the centre, just out. So maybe potentially a point for Iga Swiatek to hold serve. Iga Swiatek with a wide serve, short angle wide serve, but just out. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. And Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box, Raducanu backhand return to the centre, and Iga Swiatek forehand to left, then Raducanu forehand to right, and Iga Swiatek forehand to left, and then Raducanu strikes a forehand to left just out. So Iga Swiatek holds serve in the first game of the match at the start of this one, having saved break point in that service game for Iga Swiatek. Raducanu service game. Raducanu with a centre of the box serve just out, so second serve for Raducanu on this point. Raducanu with a serve, wide serve, Iga Swiatek forehand return, Raducanu then strikes a forehand to the right out, so love 15. Raducanu with a central serve, hits top of the net and over and in, so let first serve on this point. Raducanu with a serve to the centre of the box, just its net, so second serve for Raducanu on this point. Raducanu with a serve, centre of the box, backhand to backhand, and Iga Swiatek then strikes backhand to the right, a bit on it, Raducanu front centre, but Iga Swiatek strikes a forehand to left with a bit on it, but just out, so 15-all. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve just out, so second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu with a central serve. Iga Swiatek backhand return to left with a bit on that. Emma Raducanu backhand return. And then Iga Swiatek with a forehand to the right. Just hits the net. So 30-15. Emma Raducanu with a serve to the centre, and it's an ace. So 40-15. The first ace of the match in this one. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve. Iga Swiatek forehand return to centre. Emma Raducanu a bit further forward, strikes a backhand to right. Backhand return from Iga Swiatek there. A backhand drop shot to left from Emma Raducanu, just hits the net. So 40-30. Emma Raducanu with a serve centre. Iga Swiatek forehand return centre. Emma Raducanu strikes forehand to right. Iga Swiatek backhand return centre. Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand to right. Bit on that. Iga Swiatek backhand return just out after a bit on that forehand struck to the right from Emma Raducanu rather. And that service game is held. So 1-1 on serve at the start of this one. In the first set. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre, bit on that. Emma Raducanu backhand turn centre. Iga Swiatek backhand to right, a bit on that. Struck forehand to forehand, and Iga Swiatek's forehand a bit on that, struck to the right, and it's a winner. So 15 love. Iga Swiatek with a centre to wide serve. Emma Raducanu returns, and Iga Swiatek then strikes a backhand to left, just hits the net. So 15-all. Iga Swiatek with a serve, a wide serve, just hits net. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve. Oh. Yep, Iga Swiatek with a serve centre of the box. Emma Raducanu then strikes a backhand return to the right with a bit on it, but just out. So 30-15. Iga Swiatek with a serve centre, bit on that. Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand return to left, bit on it, but then forehand to forehand, then Iga Swiatek forehand to left with a bit on that, and then backhand to backhand, and Emma Raducanu backhand to centre, and Iga Swiatek forehand to left, and Emma Raducanu backhand to centre. Iga Swiatek backhand to the right, and then Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. So 30-all. After a amount of backhand to backhand in that point. On the last shot of the point, Emma Raducanu striking a forehand winner to the right after a amount of backhand to backhand in that point. The last forehand winner struck to the right from Emma Raducanu to finish that point. 30-all on serve. Iga Swiatek serving. Iga Swiatek with a serve. Essentially, with a bit on it. Emma Raducanu returns Iga Swiatek and strikes once left. With a bit on that, Emma Raducanu returns a bit on it, and then shot from Swiatek and Raducanu, and then Iga Swiatek shot, Emma Raducanu shot, and Iga Swiatek backhand centre a bit on it, and then Emma Raducanu forehand to the right, Iga Swiatek backhand to left, Emma Raducanu then backhand to right, Iga Swiatek backhand centre a bit on that, and Emma Raducanu forehand to the right, and then backhand a bit on its left from Iga Swiatek. Emma Raducanu backhand slice return, but then further forward from just by the net, Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand winner to the left, 40-30, and a point maybe potentially for Iga Swiatek to hold serve. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve. Emma Raducanu backhand turns right. Iga Swiatek with an angle backhand to left, bit on that. Emma Raducanu returns, and then forehand to forehand. And Emma Raducanu's forehand to the left is just out, so that service game is held. So still on serve at the start of this one in the first set. Well, with a change of ends just for a minute or so, matches and results a bit from other matches today. Quentin Hawley's big serving and ball striking home nation player, or one of the home nation players at the French Open tournament, winning in 4 sets the Miromir Kekmanovic in 4 sets by 3 sets to 1, 4-6, 6-3, 7-6, 7-5. Carlos Alcaraz, just pre this match, won in 4 sets v Fabian Marozsan, 6-1, 4-6, 6-1, 6-2. Bernardo Pera with a good win, winning in 3 sets v Donna Vekic, 6-2, 4-6, 7-6. Jasmine Paolini won in 2 sets v Alia Tomljanovic, 6-3, 6-3. As its next service game in this one, with Emma Raducanu on serve in the first set. Emma Raducanu with a centre of the box there, bit on it, but Iga Swiatek a bit on that backhand return, backhand to backhand, but then a backhand struck to left from Iga Swiatek after that is a bit out, so 15-love. Emma Raducanu with a centre by serve, Iga Swiatek backhand turns right, and Emma Raducanu backhand to the centre, and Iga Swiatek then strikes a backhand to the right out, so 30-love. Emma Raducanu with a Emma Raducanu with a serve, hits the top of net and in, so let first serve. Ball over net after top of net, so let first serve. Emma Raducanu with a serve. Centrally, Iga Swiatek backhand return, backhand to backhand, but Emma Raducanu's backhand just hits the net, so 30-15. Emma Raducanu with a central serve just out, so second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu with a centre of the box serve. Iga Swiatek backhand turn, backhand to backhand. Iga Swiatek backhand to right, and Emma Raducanu backhand to left with a bit on it struck, but just out. So 30-all. Emma Raducanu with a serve, wide serve, just out, so second serve on this point. Emma Raducanu with a serve, wide serve. Iga Swiatek strikes a forehand, return to left with a bit on that, and a bit of forehand from Emma Raducanu on the ball, but a bit on that forehand struck to left from Iga Swiatek. Returning that serve, and it's 30-40 and a break point for Iga Swiatek. Emma Raducanu with a central serve just out, so second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu with a centre to wide serve, backhand to backhand, and then Iga Swiatek backhand to the right, and Emma Raducanu backhand to the centre. Iga Swiatek then forehand to the right, bit on that. Emma Raducanu returns to the centre, and Iga Swiatek forehand to the right, and Emma Raducanu backhand to the left, and then Iga Swiatek further forward, strikes forehand to the right, and Emma Raducanu returns, but then Iga Swiatek backhand to the right, then backhand from Emma Raducanu, just hits the net, and it's a breaker serve for Iga Swiatek in the first set. Iga Swiatek serving with a breaker serve in the first set. Iga Swiatek with a central serve and then backhand to backhand, and then Emma Raducanu forehand structure right, bit on that. Iga Swiatek returns central, bit on it. Emma Raducanu turns, and Iga Swiatek bit of an angle forehand to the left struck, but just out. So love 15, albeit just a check for maybe just in, just out. Still out the French Open this season with the electric line calling, maybe more, I think, for next season's French Open tournament. But Iga Swiatek's shot is just out, so love 15. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre. Emma Raducanu forehand return centre. Iga Swiatek forehand to the right, and then back out from Emma Raducanu to the left, just hits the net. So 15-all. Iga Swiatek with a serve. Centre to wide, Emma Raducanu forehand turn centre, and Iga Swiatek strikes forehand to the right. A bit on that, and it's a winner. Forehand winner struck to the right from Iga Swiatek. So 30-15. Wide serve from Iga Swiatek. Emma Raducanu forehand return centre, but then on the next ball and shot, Iga Swiatek struck a forehand winner to the right. 30-15. Iga Swiatek. Serve to centre of the box, just hits the net. So second serve on this point for Iga Swiatek. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre. Emma Raducanu forehand return to the centre. Iga Swiatek a bit further forward. Strikes a backhand to the left, and it's the winner. So 40-15. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre of the box, just out. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre. Emma Raducanu strikes a backhand, returns there. Iga Swiatek backhand side turn. Emma Raducanu further forward, strikes a forehand to the left, and it's a winner. So 40-30. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre, just hits net. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek central box serve. Emma Raducanu backhand turns left, and Iga Swiatek backhand to the centre a bit on that. Emma Raducanu turns with shots left, and then backhand to backhand. And then Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to the right, and Emma Raducanu backhand to left, and Iga Swiatek and strikes a backhand to the right, bit on that. Emma Raducanu backhand turns left, and in third forward, Iga Swiatek strikes a forehand to the right, but just out. So still miss Iga Swiatek service game. Iga Swiatek with a serve centre to wide, and Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand return to the left, just out. So a point for Iga Swiatek to hold serve potentially and maintain the breaker serve in this first set. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre. Emma Raducanu forehand return to the right, just hits the net. So Iga Swiatek holds serve and maintains the breaker serve in the first set. So Emma Raducanu serving, and it's 15-30. As Emma Raducanu backhand slice, and Iga Swiatek strikes forehand to right. Emma Raducanu forehand slice turn. Then Iga Swiatek strikes forehand to left. Bill net. Emma Raducanu slice turn. Iga Swiatek then strikes a backhand to the right, and the winner with that. And it's 15-40, and 2 break points for Iga Swiatek for maybe potentially a double break in the first set. A forehand to left for a Bill net from Iga Swiatek. Emma Raducanu with a slice turn, and then at the end of that point, Iga Swiatek struck a backhand winner to the right. 2 break points for Iga Swiatek, potentially for a double break. Emma Raducanu with central serve. Iga Swiatek with backhand block return, but a bit on that central serve. So 30-40. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve, bit on that. Iga Swiatek backhand block return, further forward. Emma Raducanu then with backhand drive volley to left. Iga Swiatek returns it with a lob shot return, and Emma Raducanu with an overhead smash to the left, but it's just out. And it's a double break for Iga Swiatek in the first set. Iga Swiatek with a central serve on that. Emma Raducanu sends with Iga Swiatek 2 minute. Strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. So 15-love. Iga Swiatek with a wide serve, bit on that. Emma Raducanu backhand turns right, and Iga Swiatek bit on that. Backhand to right, and shot from Swiatek and Raducanu, and then backhand to backhand. And Iga Swiatek's backhand to left is out, so 15-all. Iga Swiatek with a serve. Centrally a bit on it. Emma Raducanu returns central bit on it. Iga Swiatek with a shot, then forehand to forehand. But Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand to the right, just out, so 15-all. Iga Swiatek serving 30-15 with double break in this first set. Iga Swiatek with a centre wide serve, and then backhand to backhand, and Iga Swiatek's backhand to the right just hits the net, so 30-all. So 30-all. Iga Swiatek with a serve to with a central serve just out, so second serve on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box. Emma Raducanu with a bit of that forehand return struck to the centre, but then backhand to backhand. Iga Swiatek with backhand, and Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand to the left just out, so 40-30, and set point for Iga Swiatek. So set point Iga Swiatek. Iga Swiatek with a central serve and an ace. The first ace of the match for Iga Swiatek and the first set as well. At 1-1 in the first set. Emma Raducanu had break point, but after saving break point in that game from Iga Swiatek and holding that service game, Iga Swiatek maintained enough of a level for the rest of the first set from there. And it's the first set to Iga Swiatek with a double break, 6-1. So start of the second set. Emma Raducanu serving the first game, second set. Emma Raducanu sent serve bit on it, but just out. So second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point at the start of the second set. Emma Raducanu with a serve to the centre. A bit on that, and Iga Swiatek's backhand return a bit out after a bit on that central serve from Emma Raducanu, so 15 love. Emma Raducanu with a centre to wide serve just out, so second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu centre to wide serve. Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand return to right, a bit on it, but just out, so 30 love. Emma Raducanu serving Iga Swiatek a bit on return, and Iga Swiatek further forward strikes the forehand to the left, and it's a winner. So 30-15. Emma Raducanu central serve, but Iga Swiatek with backhand return to centre and a bit on it. Emma Raducanu returned the shot, but then on the next ball and shot, Iga Swiatek further forward struck a forehand winner to the left. So 30-15. Emma Raducanu with a central serve. Iga Swiatek forehand return centre a bit on it, but just out. So 40-15. Emma Raducanu. So Iga Swiatek returns to Emma Raducanu, shot centre, but then Iga Swiatek further forward, strikes a backhand to left, and it's a winner. So 40-30. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve. Iga Swiatek forehand returns left, but a bit on it. Emma Raducanu return the shot, but then Iga Swiatek on the next pawn shot further forward struck a backhand winner to the left. So 40-30. Backhand winners in this match, all 5 of them in the match from Iga Swiatek. Emma Raducanu with a central serve. Iga Swiatek returns, and Emma Raducanu shot, and Iga Swiatek with backhand to left, a bit on net, and Emma Raducanu front to right, and further forward Iga Swiatek with a forehand to the right, but a bit out. So Emma Raducanu holds that service game at the start of the second set. Iga Swiatek service game. Iga Swiatek with a wide serve, just hitting it. So second serve on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box. Emma Raducanu from centre. Iga Swiatek then strikes forehand to the right, but a bit on that, and just spot on. Emma Raducanu bit of forehand on it, but a bit on that forehand to the right from Iga Swiatek, and just about spot on that shot. So 15-love. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve. Emma Raducanu back on 10 cents. Iga Swiatek then strikes right to right, a bit on it, and then Emma Raducanu front to left, and Iga Swiatek with a shorter angle forehand struck to the right, and it's a winner. So 30-love. Iga Swiatek with a central serve just out, so second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre. Emma Raducanu back on 10 cents, and Iga Swiatek and strikes right to left with a bit on it. Emma Raducanu back on 10 cents, and further forward Iga Swiatek strikes right to left, bit on that. Emma Raducanu side shot return that by the net. Iga Swiatek with the drive volley to the right. Emma Raducanu returns, but then on the next shot, Iga Swiatek with a forehand shorter volley shot to the left, and it's a winner. So 5 net points won in this match, all from Iga Swiatek, just like the backhand winners. 40-love. Iga Swiatek with a central serve and an ace. That serve with a bit of kick and a bit of slice on that. Maybe an ace with that, maybe not. And it is an ace, and that is a hold of serve to love for Iga Swiatek on that service game. So on serve at the start of the second set. So 1-1 on serve in the second set. Emma Raducanu with a centre of the box serve just out. So second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu with a centre of the box serve, hit the top of the net, so let's serve. So another serve also to be played on this point. Emma Raducanu with a central serve, bit on it. Iga Swiatek back on turn to right, and Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand to left with a bit on that. Iga Swiatek with a shot to right, bit on it. Emma Raducanu returns, and then backhand to backhand, bit on the backhand from Swiatek and Raducanu, then forehand to forehand, and forehand to forehand of two forehands from Iga Swiatek and Emma Raducanu, but Emma Raducanu's last forehand to the left just hits the net. So love 15. Bit on the shots of backhand to backhand and forehand to forehand. But Iga Swiatek just maintaining the level a bit more after the amount of shots in that point to win that point. So love 15. Emma Raducanu with a central serve just hits the net. So second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu, a central box. Iga Swiatek strikes a forehand turn to right, bit on it. Emma Raducanu front turn. Iga Swiatek another forehand to the right, bit on it. Emma Raducanu front slice turn. Iga Swiatek backhand to the right, stroke a bit on it. Emma Raducanu another slice shot return. But then Iga Swiatek further forward strikes a bit of an angle backhand to the left, and it's a winner. So love 30, and that point from Iga Swiatek. Forehands struck to the right with a bit on them, and then on the last shot of that point, a angle backhand to the left and a winner with it. So love 30, and that is good ball striking on returning serve from Iga Swiatek on that point. Emma Raducanu with a central box serve. Iga Swiatek with a forehand return central bit on it. Emma Raducanu shot, but then Iga Swiatek on the next ball strikes a backhand to the right and a winner with it. So love 40 and 3 break points for a forehand return central bit on it from return. Emma Raducanu said Raducanu with a forehand shot, but then Iga Swiatek on the very next ball just struck a backhand winner to the right. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve. Iga Swiatek backhand block return. Emma Raducanu fell for the drive volley, and then Iga Swiatek turns. Emma Raducanu volley, but then Iga Swiatek onto it out the net, and then a forehand volley shot to the right, and it's a winner, and it's a breaker serve for Iga Swiatek in the second set, and a breaker serve to love, and it's a level maintained from Iga Swiatek on that returner serve game to break serve in this second set to love. So Iga Swiatek serving with a breaker serve in this second set. Set and a break for Iga Swiatek in this match. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box. Emma Raducanu returns, then backhand to backhand. And then Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to the right with a bit on that. Emma Raducanu backhand turn. Further forward, Iga Swiatek with a forehand drive volley to the right. And it's a winner. 15 love. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre, a bit on it, forehand to forehand, and then Raducanu front to right, a bit on it, but then Iga Swiatek strikes forehand to left, and Raducanu strikes shots to left, and then backhand to backhand, and then Raducanu's backhand is struck to the right, and the winner with it, so 50-0, maybe in, maybe out. And the shot is in, so it is 50-0. So that is a backhand winner from Emma Raducanu. Maybe Emma Raducanu's first backhand winner of the match, that. Iga Swiatek with a serve. Wide serve. Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand to the right with a bit on that. Iga Swiatek turns, and then Emma Raducanu further forward strikes a forehand to the right, and then Emma Raducanu and Iga Swiatek with a forehand return to the left just hits the net. So 15-30. Iga Swiatek with a serve. Wide, and it's an ace. So a second ace of the match for Iga Swiatek. The other ace early in the match may be on the set point that finished the first set for Iga Swiatek. Oh, third ace of the match. Third ace, there's another ace earlier in the match. So one for Emma Raducanu in this match. Aces with serves and 3 for Iga Swiatek. 30-all. Iga Swiatek serving. Iga Swiatek with a central serve. Just hits the net. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a Iga Swiatek rather with a central serve just out, double fault, and a break point for Emma Raducanu. 30-40. Iga Swiatek with a centre to wide serve, bit on that. Emma Raducanu returns, and Iga Swiatek and strikes right to left, hits top net over net. Emma Raducanu returns, then backhand to backhand, and then Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to left, and then Emma Raducanu finds centre, a bit on it, but then Iga Swiatek strikes right to right, bit on net. Slice jab from Emma Raducanu, fair forward, Iga Swiatek and the strikes right to right, bit on it. Emma Raducanu returns, forehand to forehand, and then Iga Swiatek strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner to save that break point. Iga Swiatek with a serve with a wide serve, just hits net. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre, just out, double fault, and another break point for Emma Raducanu. Iga Swiatek with a centre box serve. Emma Raducanu forehand returns left, a bit out after a bit on that centre of the box serve from Iga Swiatek. So that's another break point saved. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve, just hits net. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a central box there. Then Raducanu returns and Iga Swiatek strikes backhand to right, bit on that backhand slice over from Raducanu, then further forward. Iga Swiatek then strikes a backhand to left, but just hits the net. So break point for Raducanu. Iga Swiatek with a central serve. Raducanu strikes a forehand turn to left, then backhand to backhand. Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to the right, and Raducanu backhand to right. And Iga Swiatek then strikes a forehand to the left with a bit on that, and it's a winner to save that break point. Well, backhand to backhand, but then a forehand winner struck to the left on the last shot from Iga Swiatek on that point. Iga Swiatek with a central serve bit on it, and Raducanu says, and Iga Swiatek and strikes a backhand to left with a bit on that, and that is spot on, and potentially a point for Iga Swiatek to maybe hold serve and maintain the break in the second set. Backhand winner struck to the left with a bit on it and spot on, and a winner with that shot. Iga Swiatek with a wide serve, a bit on that, and Raducanu backhand turn. Iga Swiatek further forward with a forehand to the right, and then Raducanu strikes backhand centre. Iga Swiatek then strikes a forehand to the right, but a bit out. So still on this Iga Swiatek service game. Iga Swiatek with a wide serve, and Raducanu forehand return, a bit on it to the right, and Iga Swiatek further forward strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. So a point for maybe Iga Swiatek to potentially maintain the break in the second set. Iga Swiatek with a wide serve on that last point, and Raducanu forehand return to right, but then on the next shot, Iga Swiatek striking a forehand winner to the right. Iga Swiatek with a central serve, and Raducanu forehand return, bit on it to right, and Iga Swiatek forehand to centre, and Raducanu forehand struck to the left, and Iga Swiatek backhand return, and forehand to forehand, then Raducanu with a bit of an angle forehand shot to the right with a bit on it, and Iga Swiatek then with a forehand shot to the right just out, so still in this Iga Swiatek service game. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box. Raducanu forehand return, backhand struck to the right, bit on it from Iga Swiatek. Raducanu returns the backhand to the centre just out, and a point for Iga Swiatek to potentially maybe hold serve and maybe maintain the break in the second set. 9 minutes for this Iga Swiatek service game. Iga Swiatek with a serve. Ooh. Iga Swiatek with a bit of kick on the serve, centre of the box, a bit on it, and Raducanu's backhand return just hits the net, and an amount of break points saved, and then serve held. So Iga Swiatek maintains the breaker serve in this second set. Emma Raducanu with a centre wide serve. Iga Swiatek flying to centre. Emma Raducanu flying to left. And Iga Swiatek backhand centre. Emma Raducanu flying to the right. And Iga Swiatek flying to left for a bit on it. Emma Raducanu flying to left. And Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to left just out. So 15 love. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve just out. So second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu with a centre box serve. Iga Swiatek then strikes a forehand, returns to the right, a bit on that, and Emma Raducanu's slice return shot to left after that is just out after a bit on that forehand return. Struck to the right from Iga Swiatek, so 15 all. Emma Raducanu with a central serve just out, so second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu with a serve to centre box. Iga Swiatek strikes forehand, returns to left, forehand, and Iga Swiatek then strikes a forehand to the right just out, so 30-15. Emma Raducanu with a serve to the centre bit on that. Iga Swiatek forehand block returns right, and Emma Raducanu then further forward strikes a forehand to left just out, so 30 all. Emma Raducanu with a serve, just hits net, so second serve at this point for Emma Raducanu. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve, and Iga Swiatek strikes forehand, returns left, and Emma Raducanu and strikes shots left beyond it, and Iga Swiatek backhand to right, backhand slice, Emma Raducanu, Iga Swiatek backhand to right, Emma Raducanu backhand centre, Iga Swiatek forehand to left, then Emma Raducanu with a short angled forehand shot, a bit on it to the right, but it's just out, and it's a break point for Iga Swiatek, 30-40. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve, a bit out, so second serve for Emma Raducanu on this point. Emma Raducanu with a central box serve. Iga Swiatek backhand return, central bit on it. Emma Raducanu front to left for a bit on it, and then Iga Swiatek's backhand return to left just hits the net. So that break point is saved. Emma Raducanu with a central serve bit on it. Iga Swiatek backhand turns right, and Emma Raducanu strikes back and try bit on it. Iga Swiatek finds left, and Emma Raducanu strikes a forehand to left with a bit on that, and it's a winner. So potentially a point for Emma Raducanu to hold this service game, maybe potentially. Emma Raducanu with a serve centre wide, and Iga Swiatek with a short angle backhand return, or an angle backhand return anyway, a bit on it, but just out. So that service game is held, but it's Iga Swiatek with a breaker serve in the second set. So Iga Swiatek serving the next game. Breaker serve for Iga Swiatek in the second set. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre box, bit on that, and Emma Raducanu with a backhand return to the right. Just hits net after a bit on that centre of the box serve from Iga Swiatek. So 15 love. Iga Swiatek with a wide serve, bit on it, but just out. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a centre to wide serve, bit on it. Emma Raducanu returns it. Iga Swiatek then forehand to left, bit on it. Emma Raducanu backhand to the right centre, bit on it. And Iga Swiatek with forehand to right, bit on that. Emma Raducanu forehand to left, bit on that, but just out. So 30 love. Iga Swiatek with a central serve, bit on that. Emma Raducanu back up 10-7 and fair forward. Iga Swiatek strikes one to left, and Swiatek net. Emma Raducanu returns with a backhand, but then at the net, Iga Swiatek with a backhand drop volley to the right, and it's a winner. Iga Swiatek with a bit on that centre serve. Emma Raducanu backhand turn. Iga Swiatek then fair forward, struck a forehand to left for a bit on it. Emma Raducanu backhand turn, but then at the net, Iga Swiatek with a backhand drop volley to the right, and the winner with that. So 40 love. Net points won in this match, 1 for Emma Raducanu, 8 for Iga Swiatek. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve bit on it, but just out. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve bit on it, and then backhand to backhand. And then Emma Raducanu backhand to centre bit on it, but then Iga Swiatek with backhand to right bit on that. And then a short angle forehand from Emma Raducanu after that, just out. So Iga Swiatek maintaining the breaker serve in the second set. So Emma Raducanu with a serve centre of the box, but Iga Swiatek strikes one, returns right behind it. Emma Raducanu slides turn, but then Iga Swiatek further forward strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. Love 15. Emma Raducanu, central box serve, Iga Swiatek, bit on that forehand return, struck to the right. Emma Raducanu, forehand slice serve, but then on the next shot, Iga Swiatek struck a forehand winner to the right. Emma Raducanu, central serve just out, so second serve on this point, love 15. Emma Raducanu with a central serve, Iga Swiatek, forehand return centre, then forehand to forehand. Iga Swiatek's forehand to right, bit on it, Emma Raducanu slice turn, Iga Swiatek, then fair forward, strikes a backhand to the left and it's a winner. Love 30. A level of ball striking on return of serve on the last 2 points from Iga Swiatek. 29 winners from shots for Iga Swiatek in this match, 6 for Emma Raducanu. Love 30. Emma Raducanu with central box serve. Iga Swiatek with forehand return. Serve just out from Emma Raducanu, so second serve on this point. Emma Raducanu with a central serve. Iga Swiatek strikes a backhand to left for a bit on that. And then Emma Raducanu's backhand to the right is just out, and it's love 40. 3 break points for Iga Swiatek for maybe a double break in this second set, potentially. Emma Raducanu with a wide serve, short angle wide serve, and it's an ace. Maybe not an ace on this one. So it is an ace. So it's 2 break points after that, 15-40. Emma Raducanu with a serve centrally, and Iga Swiatek a bit on the backhand return, struck left. Emma Raducanu backhand, Iga Swiatek a bit on the backhand, struck to the right, and forehand to forehand, and then backhand to backhand. Iga Swiatek's backhand struck to the right, just hits the net, so 30-40. Emma Raducanu with a central serve. Iga Swiatek with a forehand return to the right and a bit on that. Emma Raducanu, a bit of forehand on it, but a bit on that forehand return, struck to the right from Iga Swiatek, and it's a double break in the second set for Iga Swiatek, and some striking with a bit on it on return of serve from Iga Swiatek in this match, and it's a set and a double break for Iga Swiatek. So Iga Swiatek serving. So Iga Swiatek serving with a set and a double break. Iga Swiatek with a centre wide serve, and Emma Raducanu then strikes a forehand return to the right with a bit on it, but just out, so 15 love. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre of the box. Raducanu forehand returns right, and Iga Swiatek further forward strikes a forehand to the right, just out. So 15-all. Iga Swiatek with a central serve, hit the top of the net, and then over and in. So let first serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a serve to the centre and just out. Just out. So second serve on this point for Iga Swiatek. Iga Swiatek with a central serve, bit of kick, backhand to backhand, and forehand from Raducanu to the right is then just out. So 30-15. Iga Swiatek with a serve, a central serve bit on it. Raducanu returns, and Iga Swiatek further forward strikes a backhand to left with a bit on it. Raducanu returns, and forehand drive right from Iga Swiatek. Raducanu returns, backhand volley from Iga Swiatek to the right, out the net, hits top of net, and just over and in, and it's a winner. So 40-15 and 2 match points for Iga Swiatek. Two match points, Iga Swiatek, 40-15. Iga Swiatek with a centre to wide serve. Raducanu with a short angle forehand return with a bit on it to the right, and it's a forehand return winner ace. So 40-30. So second match point for Iga Swiatek. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve, just hits net. So second serve for Iga Swiatek on this point. Iga Swiatek with a centre of the box serve, Raducanu backhand turn, and Iga Swiatek forehand to right, and then backhand to backhand. And backhand from Raducanu to the right, bit on it. Iga Swiatek and forehand to the right, and then backhand to backhand. Iga Swiatek's backhand to the left is struck, and it's a winner. Backhand winner, struck to the left from Iga Swiatek. Game, set, and match. Iga Swiatek. 2 sets to love. 6-1, 6-2.